Hey guys, Bet's here, and I don't know what I'm honestly doing. I just decided to take a whole different direction with today, and I I don't know. I guess this is what came as a result. I guess we should just see how this goes. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna make an absolute fool out of myself. This is literally a dating simulator involving Kentucky Fried Chicken. So let's get into it. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist, teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized, nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you need to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, buddy. How are you? Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am a little excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School, academies for learning famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. The sweet girl Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Okay, listen here, you're getting the pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet and told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And the other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon, in no time. We'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you tell Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You mean chicken shit? You leave Buddy's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know that for a fact, that it's actually Ashley. Oh, well, that's a good context. But she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everybody. If anyone knows what's perfect, if anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Von the Mon. What the? Weird name, dude. Has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so His pants are so tight you can see him casually working on his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van, you rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's not time to properly tell these two off. You resist the urge. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to you. Oh my god. Whoops. It's broken. Reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He was old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Bob. I'm Buddy, so... Are you going to make me hold this door all day? And at that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is he me or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. You can't be serious. Now, quiet down, everybody. Oh, and it talks. Who's this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. Ugh. What? Cute Dog is our professor? This is the best school ever, I guess. Only a dog's nose is capable of picking all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you. A swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Oh my god. You're immediately swept in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anybody could be that handsome? Time stands still. It's him, If it isn't my favorite student, Harland, Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before you can finish the sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on a second, nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Buddy sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Okay. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and settle some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. What? The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. And then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students, that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Oh my god. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clanky rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? You know what? You reach beneath your apron and return with a rubber ball in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes goes wide as he locks onto it. You toss the ball, he bounds after it, grabbing it in his mouth and swinging it from side to side before dropping it. The thrill passes quickly. It's not clear if that's endeared you to him or not. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. Oh my god. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey buddy, there's still a seat here. It seems no one has claimed this seat next to me if you're interested. Oh my god, they're making me choose. Alright. Sorry. I gotta do it. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears that he brought no books or pens or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and the best that you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. That's incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz. Will you tell me if you're ready for your life at culinary school? Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Well, duh, dude, a comically oversized fork. No, probably a spork. What food is best known for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with much love and not too much salt. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is best boy. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually just said that. Perfect score, 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Bruh. Hot diggity, buddy, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. Hey, have your attention, students. I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Oh my god. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance waves through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. You smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch. She said shush. In honor of our new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Oh my god, that actually looks good. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled are huge pieces of chicken breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what a zinger Ashley is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew that the only moment that the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent. As she sides closer to Colonel Sanders, she realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants them all to herself. I don't think so. Oh, please. Well, Van. The man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. Takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Learning be fun. You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. He feels warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient, but you can't use it. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone is still in the cafeteria. Decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders standing outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you, Kim. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. I don't doubt it. As a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you can improve it. Prove it? You want to change my secret recipe and you think you can do it better? Have you ever thought of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne, but that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients in my secret recipe and expect to improve it. A recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to... Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, buddy. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. It certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back inside, but wait a moment so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You stepped into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you are going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team of two? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, buddy. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. The two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being forever alone. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Okay, let's be fair. The poor machine got roasted earlier. I think he deserves a chance. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. You two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes two flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? steak tartare. I had a delicious steak tartare once at an incredibly fancy restaurant. It was simple but sophisticated. Maybe we can make that? Beef? Raw beef? With seasoning and egg yolk on top. Buddy, I must admit, I'm disgusted right now. Consider our partnership ended. Oh. I can't rewind on that, can I? I suggested we prepare steak tartare and raw beef. Pack your things. Your time at the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning is over. We're gonna try that again. I hope I get a checkpoint. You know, I'm gonna change history a little. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, buddy. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. Yada yada yada. I'm already familiar with all this.
Aw.
Clank still. Alright. This will probably fail as well, but I don't see why not. Nah. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could use something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You better keep your fingers off my man. Oh dear God. Did someone call for me? Oh, no, jeez. Van, while I'm over here crushing Buddy's dreams, we're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes, dumps them into boiling water, while turns his attention to you and your old friend. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van, are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? I say no, it looks like Buddy was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. Young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about mentoring. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Down. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I've been down to a quarter about Colonel Sanders' ability to constitute worthy of admiration after all your fried chicken is quite spectacular. Well, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like fine drumsticks. This makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming from Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you, so I need to ask you to come back to see if we can before things get ugly. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's respect the format, okay? Turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and the Colonel chose me, right? A businessman respects all fair agreements from contracts to handshakes. I took on Buddy as my partner for this activity and I stand by it. Based on your team's research, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Buddy's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis in their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the bowl of potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for a flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps and you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand and pulling a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would have been very proud. Colonel Sanders holds the spork out to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you standing, holding the same spork, and for that moment of the madness impression, this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you have something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and you lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage without thinking, you flick the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! You pick up a fingerful. Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he blinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on there, buddy. We do not waste food in the broomstick arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If there were one more spoonful, you'd so better be prepared to eat it from where it lands. Can I have potato, please? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my section, braised tentacle of octopus, and my silky saltwater sauce placed upon a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long, that ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on with envy. An interrupting student rushes at Van and slices a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't fit my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed, and it's turned in the process. The result could be constant. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Everyone step back, don't take another bite. When you look at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of tentacle being slurped up in Bob's mouth. Bob winces in pain for just a moment, then it is almost immediately back to his obvious self. Oops. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Bob's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. There is motionless as statues. The bells ring, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Bob's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Ghost of student. Hello, I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. But what? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quads, neon glow, and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, buddy? Something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And ever since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes, floating on a shooting star. You! Shut up, I'm the one here to say the inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. I'm the sport monster is here to fight a hero. Then I think I left the fridge open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me? I was just letting my guard down and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Are you rhyming on purpose or is that just cool? But before you can discuss your syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Close your eyes tight, then open one, just enough to squint and see the sport monster close about. For some reason, it makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. The sport monster goes on the attack. It's a bit hot gray that takes one damage. Had a lot of good bad defense, dude. There's two options, I like both of them. So, sport monster focuses their mass mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Sport monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on attack. Sport monster uses utilitentible. You take 2 damage from the attack. You take much more damage if you're not going to stop that one. No one can control this much buffing. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly a little bad. Bitter attack, man. You're like this. Buddy, you're done for. A powerful blow. Sport monster loses speed and sauce onto the lawn of the board. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, sport monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror ends here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 years. Hot high power pink. Hot high power pink does 10 damage. Sport monster is defeated. He saves me. An injured sport monster speeds into the night. Spare this wretched beast. Managed to camp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast. Don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The sport monster scuttles off into the defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name have signed it out is Borko. Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in quiet in the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my colonel. Oh my god. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh. Oh my god. Alright. You're awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And there was that secret ingredient that Colonels went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. Meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the sport monster, she launches into a story of her own. Oh dear God. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about it. I like him. Like him. It's a robot. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. And it was also the convertible that he himself rode at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did, you're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing. Definitely not cool, you are great. You have an idea about how to prove your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient. Yeah, I just said that a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in there? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So, this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. This man gave me some to show me what he made. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me. The flavor was unlike any other I'd tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you, or from Colonel Sanders. I'm telling a fake one. Quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about it was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you'd figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some dumb typing on a phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to the people you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Decided that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. A sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, buddy, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is... But before you could continue, you suddenly awake. Aw, jeez. You're awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Is that his natural seasoned musk? Oh my god. I'm not gonna lean in for a kiss. That's gonna end it all. Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing's for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes, bad experimenting with restricted ingredients, bad summoning a demon, bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes much more than culinary schools. It takes creativity. It takes panache. Don't even know what that means. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meeting foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. Who do you think you are talking to? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer. Womp, womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. I can probably imagine what he's calling him. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. That is the most horrifying face I've ever seen in my entire life. Ashley's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena. Or at least, don't, honestly. What do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please, take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn. You try to give Sprinkles a pat on the head, but he snarls at you. Sorry, I get a little worked up if people try and pet me before I've had my morning coffee. Let that be a lesson to you. Alright. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. Scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks you. Oh my god. Down, boy. Off top. command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite bowl. Fowl. Sorry. The chicken. Oh my god. Which is why in 1776, the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. What? But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, buddy, naturally this appears to you to be a simple platter. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper. Brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in an eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy? Again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, no you're not. You must avenge my death and fulfill your fantasy. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, it'll work through. To fulfill... the prophecy. You must feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to find everyone is staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Well, we all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Step up and tell them you're on, or demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. You're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool? Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, buddy. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that can't be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature to boil at? Always boil at 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. That's wrong. What were you thinking, buddy? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. I'm never wrong. Time for some dog jokes. Next question. Classmates are rooting for you, but actually simply trying your best, and you better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day that you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be the great time. To be honest, I don't know much about cooking, so... We often find that the easy way can turn out much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle's over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Buddy's injury. See sprinkles begin... No. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. I was going to ask Buddy to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid I'm pouring this creamer of delicate hot sauce. Okay. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Okay. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients in within. Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette. Atop a slice of honeycomb ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry goldie. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. Your rage burns so intensely that within your eyes they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. They fall off your face, which means that people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. Colonel Sanders is probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decide to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awesome cool person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fail your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never been a failure at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice. I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived for a while anyhow. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, he sees something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I'll create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Borko. It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize, and I know what it's like always having to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. Also, I want to apologize for the way I switched right into the attack mode. I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a sport monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I had a procured copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I'll be here. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, buddy. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. It sounds like you're about to find out. Oh my god. That's a beautiful house. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Looks like you live such an exciting life, Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eye perks up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy, or something bold. Now you've got him right where you want. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it just a secret for you? You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders, but before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Oh my god. I don't like coleslaw, but that looks appealing. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until it's just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on the loop. Oh. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders staying with a friend. They hold fresh chicken drumsticks and appear to be cherished in them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend is. This must be Colonel Sanders himself. Yes, totally. Maybe it's the drumstick they seem to be waving like a rattle. Frames that they serve just themselves. Probably just the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they affected, am I right? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can see the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in the lake? Summer of '69? No. It's one of the recipe of ingredients. It's a lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in. Okay. His scent. They say home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Or you can look any further. You hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing this jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. Oh boy. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run to the door. The thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, buddy? Honestly, think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. Talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Zzz. You're awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, redacted ingredient isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine, your taste buds, that is. Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confessed by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? He's because I had one heck of a night. I went desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, I was just... Now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but do not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think we can believe that. Yeah. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending one-on-one time with me, getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date? Go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not sure where we stand. Don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection was wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at the school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell that from a distance they're picking on Bub, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact, because, you know, he's Bub. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please, huh? Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. Get your swirly dip, too. Oh my god, poor kid. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school? There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides back to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, buddy, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and you clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders just arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person. Intuitive. I don't know. He senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Buddy, how's that hand feel? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing? Complimenting her. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, buddy. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, buddy. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I could think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No, we don't do that here. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know that I'm feeling a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom and begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you not to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional time. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, buddy, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain, off a cliff for all I care. Sad beat. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out the gaps in his hand. Panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Uh-oh. No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels and not feet. It's not entirely where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown, challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches you. See y'all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby and need a pep talk. Hey Miriam, you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could you embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Hey, her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly guy. Boy, I don't know. I didn't read. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embarrass the feeling all the while. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off to the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us. And whoever else we want to bring along. It's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year. So what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it out. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van Van and the supposed Man and his evil counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Buddy's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months making this dish, it becomes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Buddy, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick when the oven timer goes off. Fess up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. Holy. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie? With an all butter crust? My nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Oh, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown's about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are preparing wildly, elaborating dishes per their usual over-the-top stuff. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of freezers. She says she's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into a itty bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Black? What the? Okay, I didn't know I was in a full-fledged anime. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Roid? Oh, so you take steroids, got it. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with a lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It was the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance surprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You got a book of your own and you're desperate to not see her win another battle. You should take this opportunity to fight with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, buddy. Miriam knows this too. And I've always believed in you, buddy, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, bud. Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
Aha!
It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. Where in the world did she get the eye of new from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, the spork monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kinda in the middle of doing something. You mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country, you feel a spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that in monster school, that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, tossed a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. I can do it. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese on as culinary energy flows through your body. Yep, this turns into Dragon Ball. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing for their entire lives for... Yes, buddy, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire life for this. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful while you were powering up your chicken pot pie over, cooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear buddy. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed is to make mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been really my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting that the combined forces we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everybody's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. Seems like we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Ha ha ha! I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Bob hanging from a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Very specific. Bob, get down from there now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Bob is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. Can I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank, where did the pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gone unplugged. I guess. We'll have to figure this out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto monkey I spy a flew in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Oh dear God. This has been a pain. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink... No, I'm not reading that. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, buddy, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I'm in. Aw, hell no. Uni over smooth egg custard and axe urchin shell with topped with caviar. Forgive my grammar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand, doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spice. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Okay. Please, be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ow! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this! He keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog, I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made... Wow, I was expecting something completely different. Orange blossom Turkish delight in a rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I say that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It is very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Go toast in your ears or something, buddy. I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. I did an extremely good job cooking it. 2. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time without being shackled by trying to be fake and nice and liked by everybody. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a little normal plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. This new menu item is so impressive that even the Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they glaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed, everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! No. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. While Van and Ashley tell you that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains, for a moment you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. Now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Rejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Bob. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Bob. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who's arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, you're still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I'm not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life figuring out who you are, Clank. You are blown away by Miriam's maturity. It is pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. The portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken man by not reminding people who go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, buddy? I couldn't help but wonder. Was our final exam team up purely an act of strategy, or carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question now. May I have this do-si-do? Sanders, I do not only join me in the dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner in both our businesses and in life. You ask, KB, is he really saying me and you together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain fried chicken restaurants now. Even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say? Partner? I say, Oh my god. That was an absolutely beautiful game. That was... Excuse me. As I was saying, that was absolutely the best thing I have ever played. If you guys enjoyed the video and my constant stuttering, please leave a like and a comment down below. And please consider subscribing, all of it is appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one.